Interstellar Modeler. What I'd like to do in this video is to go over and share some of my experiences with building the Enterprise 350 scale kit. There are definitely a few videos out there that go over this kit, but I thought I would add one more to the mix here, and hopefully by sharing some of my experiences it'll help you too. I built models for a long time. Lighting, however, is not one of my strong points, but gosh, this model is so detailed and nice that it also lends itself, of course, to lighting, so I had to give it a try. I purchased the lighting kit that's available by Polar Lights. It makes it pretty straightforward. You don't have to do any soldering or anything like that, but I still find lighting kind of challenging. But hopefully, again, some of the hints I provide here will help you out. So let me show you now what I have done so far. We're kind of jumping in, well into the build here. I've already completed the nacelles, and I am going to show you the secondary hull here to start with. So let me show you what I have so far. Okay, so what we have here are the two pieces of the secondary hull, and you can see it's all wired up here. The inside has been spray painted with a metallic silver color to help with disbursement of the light. That's suggested in the instructions. For the windows, I use the clear sections that are provided by the kit, and they've been spray painted with a dull coat to give them a frosted appearance. Again, supposed to help with light disbursement there. And the lighting kit is what you see here. These are the LED lights that come with the kit. As you can see, they're all wired up to the board. I'll point that out in just a second. And so what I found particularly challenging about this section of the ship is squeezing the shuttle bay into the fantail section. I can tell you that is an extremely tight fit. That's been pointed out by several other people too, and for sure it is. The lighting kit definitely comes with all kinds of lights to light up the shuttle bay. There are 4 additional light bulbs that you can attach here along these notches, and I had all that done. You can see there's still some residual hot glue that I used to keep them in place, but I can tell you, once I had those pieces in place and tried to put it in here, there was no way this kit was going to come together. So I commend anyone that's been able to do that. I've heard that they've sanded down the lights and so forth, but I just I'm afraid I kind of just gave up on that idea, and I snipped off those lights. I know it seems like kind of a waste, but I did keep, of course, the light for the landing lights there, and the light above here for that main beacon, and the couple lights here that you see for the ceiling. It's probably not as bright as it could be, but it does light it up pretty nicely still. And the one downside will be that these windows will not be lighting up here at all. But unfortunately there was just no way I could find to do that. And as you can see, I actually used my Dremel tool here to thin out the walls a bit, and by doing so I'm able to piece the model together. So I'm not sure what it is I'm missing that allowed people to do that, but that's what I decided to do here in order to fit it all together. This is the fantail piece that comes with the lighting kit. It differs from the one from the original kit, and that is a clear piece. What I decided to do and how I handled this was I used liquid mask and applied that along this inner side here. Liquid mask is a great tool that you can get at any hobby store. It's this liquid that you can apply onto the model surface, and once it dries, it does a great job at masking off any sections that you do not want to have paint seep into. It does a really nice job at doing that. Now when you do use liquid mask, you do have to apply at least 3 to 4 coats, and that way you get a nice thick film to be able to peel off. So again, what I did here was I applied liquid mask on the inner side here and masked this off here, so I left this part clear, as you can see here. Okay, but then I painted the rest of it that light gray color. For the little landing lights here, I bought the masking kit from Cult TV Man, and those fit right into and masked over these lights here. Once it was all painted, I used Tamiya's clear colors. It was a green, red, and yellow to fill in the lights, and they actually do light up quite nicely. I'll show you that in just a second. One thing you should bear in mind when you're putting this together, is you should try to test your lights. Obviously you don't want to put everything together and then plug it in and then nothing works. So it's best, of course, test things. And in order to test it, you do have to plug the lights into these sections here. Now, you're supposed to be able to press these little pins and pull the wires out, but I found that extremely difficult to do, and I was afraid I was going to damage the circuit board, so I decided just to leave everything plugged in. So the challenge for me now will be to put this together with all this wired up, and hopefully everything will go well. Okay, so I'm going to just take a second to light this up, and then we'll move on to the rest of the model. Okay, so here's the secondary hull all lit up. See, all the lights are working. Everything's plugged into that circuit board there. These blinking lights are pretty cool. They are definitely doing their thing. And this is the shuttle bay lit up here. And I'm really happy the way this turned out here. You can see how the beacons are definitely lighting up there, which is pretty nice. And even though those other bulbs are absent here, you're still getting a pretty nice lighting effect here on the inside. And maybe not quite as bright as it could be, but it still looks pretty good, I think. So next we will move on to the neck and saucer section, and then hopefully once it's all pieced together it'll work the way it's supposed to.